What is pullback? Pullback in simple language. When a support or resistance level is broken, the price once again returns to that broken level and continues its trend. The word pullback means return and withdrawal, which shows exactly the same function. Pullbacks occur most of the time, and if you can't see it in a bigger time frame, you can find it in most of the times by reducing your time frame. For example, if you trade in a 1-hour time frame, you can see a pullback by changing your time frame to 5 minutes or 15 minutes. But keep in mind that a pullback may not always be created for various reasons. Fibonacci is one of the popular tools for finding support and resistance areas between traders. By using corrective Fibonacci, you can use the price reversal areas mentioned in this article under the title of pullback and continuation of the trend, for example in this video. Given the Fibonacci retracement has been done at the level of 0.382, and in general, if the price does not fall below the level of 0.382, we can expect that the trend is still strongly bullish. And in its correction or pullback to the Fibonacci level of 0.382, we should look for buying positions. When the price approaches the pullback, Fibo always fakes that those who are new traders stop their money. Well, when this happens, we have to wait for the pullback, but when it comes and goes or returns with a sniper, we need to know that the price's reaction to what are the important numbers. One can be 0.382 and one can be 0.5 and 0.6 weight. The price should reach these important numbers and gold box. If the price reaction was very strong, it should be with spike candles. Stop hitting them and then move towards you again. Thank you for liking the video. Let's go to the most important strategy from which you can learn a lot. A very important point in these pullbacks is that when we draw a trend line, the trend we are considering is bullish when the price of the new ceiling is higher than the previous ceiling and breaks a trend line. If the boss hits the resistance ceiling and pullback, if the price cannot move higher, it should hit our choke. And when the price pullback, it will go to the line, and with the confirmation of the candle, we can trade with our trend line. Remember, it is very important to change the character. Let the rate of failure and pullback hit and the continuation of the new trend. A new point in the trend line is that if we know how long our trend line will last, it should be when the price reaches our trend line. Our new ceiling, which is HH, should register higher than the previous ceiling, and the floors should also be as high as the ceiling of LL. Let's find in the heart of the important area, and when the price reaches that important area, we can take a buy position again. By using MACDI and RSA strategy, both or one, we can optimize our entry point. How should we use MACDI to tell the amount of currency pumps and dumps? For example, in Bitcoin, when the price is close to the histogram range, and the price has also risen a lot with a pullback created. We should know that when pumping in the upward or downward trend of dumping with Fibo and MACD, we will always have a pullback before it occurs, because it wants to hit the price stops and move towards itself. Whales are always looking for liquidity, or banks are looking for money. They should know where you entered and where you exited. If you can hide yourself from the whales using this strategy, it is good to enter when the price hits support and resistance and pulls back several times. The same area where the whales or the banks use their money to build a filter area that we can encounter several times and say this is a valid area and enter the position, and our stop will be hit. Not always. The whales or the bank are looking for fake areas. It has high liquidity, and by using a fake failure, it can lose all the money of new traders. What are the important points of pullback? RC1. Do not rush to enter the trade and wait for the price to stabilize outside the support or resistance area. 2. Immediately after the failure of support and resistance, do not enter a buy or sell order and wait for the price to return to the support or resistance area. 3. You may not always be able to enter into the transaction at the best point of the pullback, so if the price is not in the right place, look for the next positions. 4. Always keep other time frames in mind because a pullback may occur in smaller time frames than the time frame you are checking. Thank you for watching the video so far. I hope you can make the most of it. Watch the video related to the strategy.